All right, and we're here and we're back in it. We're going to get ready to start this matchup here. This is another viewer requested replay, which was requested over there on Dota2 subreddit, the Dota2CastIt subreddit, rather. And to let you guys know one more time what the request was, it's very close 50-minute match that goes back and forth, submitted by Money and Hose 247, who is in the house tonight. Shout outs to him. Lots of crazy fights, and overall one of the closest games I've ever played. The GPM for each team was identical at the end, and the kills were about the same way. Hopefully, it's an entertaining cast. Well, I hope so too. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. This is Kotlguy, and without work, I'm taking requests. This will be a captain's draft. I'm actually happy to see that, because then we get to go through that whole drafting analysis, which could be great or not, depending upon how this ranking is and how far up they are. Sometimes we see a little bit of those clowny drafts where you can't really even theory craft what is going to be picked next. You kind of just have to sit back, see what gets picked, and talk about the heroes, and then you figure out at the end how the hell everything's going to work out. Or this could be legit, so we'll see. You know, nowadays with this ranked matchmaking, people take the game a lot more seriously, and it's good. You should take the game a little more seriously, lazy fucks. All right. What? That's
Dire
weird.
team ban.
Like two things there. That's odd. We'll go ahead and switch this over to free camera mode. Oh, it's captain's
Radiant
draft. They're
team
gonna
ban.
grab, or they're gonna ban out Nature's Prophet first. Which this is the third game straight we've
Dire
seen
team
Nature's
ban.
Prophet banned out first, and that's a bit. You know, it's a bit weird, something you don't typically see on the more upper echelon pro scene, but I guess when you're dealing with a lot of players who can play a very efficient Nature's Prophet and they can really hurt you with that rat Dota, you don't even want to bother dealing with it, so you're just going to ban it out. You're going to ban it outright. I don't even want to deal with that piece of shit. I'm going to ban him right then and there. And they also ban out the Viper, which Viper's one of those heroes that's really hard to counter in his lane. He's just such a lane-dominating hero in that mid lane. So when you have an idea, or when you have a player in particular who thrives in their mid lane, they don't want to be going up against a lot of, difficulty. Maybe they'll get rid of the Viper if they're planning on playing someone maybe in the melee range or who can get easily locked down. They do grab Pug first, who is a proficient mid laner. So we'll see how they go with that. Meanwhile, though, on your Radiant side, they did ban out the Huskar as well as Slark. Both the newcomers to Captain's Draft. I guess Radiant team just don't want to deal with either of them and want to keep it more old school. Slark was recently brought back into Captain's Draft, and we've actually been seeing him played pretty frequently in a lot of games. I know Alliance and Loda have picked him up and played him very often, and he's very good. He can snowball very heavy, and a lot of players don't really know how to deal with them just yet. So when you're allowed to get that momentum, you're just going to roll right with it and roll right through the enemy team, and they don't want to deal with that. They get rid of him. And Huskar, well, we don't see Huskar very often. He's still kind of not as great as he's always been, but I guess if you get him in the right hands, he can be a force to be reckoned with. So regardless, banned out, not going to see him. The first two pickups, however, for your Radiant team are going to be the Rubik and Magnus, so that's pretty good. It's always great to have Rubik. He's a great support, excellent ability to roam. With that lift, he can really get fights going right away and just be a nice harassment with the Fade Bolt as well. And of course, when you're working with a great set of spells, his level 6 can come in quite handy. They do pick up Magnus second, which is a bit unusual. It's weird to pick up Magnus early. It's weird to pick up him early because you're allowing the enemy team to counter him. You're allowing them to get those picks. So typically you see Magnus picked up last, maybe thrown in the mid lane by someone. But they're going to grab him right off the bat. It looks like they might be thinking about going for some sort of wombo combo style setup here with the Dark Seer and the Magnus. They even have Witch Doctor available to throw down a ward, but this will be fun to watch if they can pull the circus act off. Meanwhile, we'll go back to our attention on this Dire team. And Clinks and Vengeful Spirit are going to be picked up. And I like Clinks, He's safe to play. And he's, as long as you maybe push forward toward that Orchid right away, you can get some quick pickoffs on the likes of the Rubik. You can even shut down Witch Doctor easily, and potentially the Darkseer if you get a hold of that Orchid right away. Will it be a Blinks? Who knows? Vengeful Spirit picked up third. Most likely that support Spirit. But every time I see a Vengeful Spirit picked up, I always have one thing to say about it, and especially a support. I don't really like Vengeful Spirit as a support. The thing is, she can make shit happen. Don't get me wrong. That level 6 Nether Swap can make shit happen for you, but not at level 6. It's so short that it's not even worth it at that point. She really reaches her potential down the line at like a level 11 or 11, 12. Then you get to see her really make shit happen. So they also grab out the Tiny and the Chen rather quickly, and then Dire followed up with the PA. Phantom Assassin. Probably one of the greatest late game potential, carries. But the problem with getting a PA is you're going to be praying a lot to the RNG gods, and by that I mean that your main skill is all about chance. And a lot of upper tier players, they want more skill. They don't want to have to deal with the chance that maybe their coup de grace will strike big. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. If you didn't remember, 6.79 introduced the crit on the Stifling Dagger. So an excellent harassment tool now with extreme range. Money and Hose, the submitter of the game, is going to be Puck in your mid lane. I'm going to go ahead and roll through these introductions. Barkman on your Tiny top lane. We have Turkeyless, playing your Chen, most likely going to the jungle, obviously. Gamer Pro 103 on the Vengeful Spirit, and rounding things out, we have, I would hope to say, Ju on your Clinks. On your Radiant side, we have Baby Bum on your Rubik. We have
30 seconds to battle.
Noisy Lettuce? What are these names? Come on, guys. What happened to like Gamer Dude or something like that? NXR, thank you. Magnus. Shoop Bad Uba on the Darkseer in your off lane. Alright, so as far as the lane, let's go ahead and talk about these lanes a little bit. Tiny in the safe lane, that's great. Can't have Tiny in mid when you got a Puck, and you can't throw Tiny in the off lane because he just doesn't have that much to offer to defend himself. He can throw out his stun and toss, but he doesn't have a lot of mana, but once he gets caught out, he's done for. Throw him in the safe lane, throw him where maybe he can get a few last hits in, some experience, try to get him up a lot of levels, and then maybe we'll see him maybe pick up that, those mana boots for extra spammage, maybe a blink dagger to make the fight happen. We'll see how it goes. Chen heading right away to the jungle, no surprises there. It is going to be Clinks in your offlane, which is great. He's got the invisibility to get away from any sort of hairy situation, plus the excellent range and harassment to put on Phantom Assassin. I like the lane setup there, and meanwhile we have a little bit of an AFK situation with the Vengeful Spirit still hanging out in the jungle, in the fountain rather, and expect her to head to that top lane along with the Tiny, which, hey, that's a pretty good lane. That's a pretty good lane. You get a little bit of extra stunnage from both the Magic Missile and the Stalagmites. Or Avalanche. Stalagmites is a completely different hero in a completely different game. Avalanche. Magnus in your mid lane on the Radiant team. Going to be matching up against the Puck, so hopefully Puck can be very elusive in getting away from any shockwaves putting out there. Darkseer, no surprises in your off lane. Great hero to have in your off lane. Use the Ion Shell, throw it on the creeps. You get easy, reliable gold. Just don't get yourself in any sort of precarious situation. And use the Surge if needed. And you'll be able to get out of any sort of trouble. Meanwhile, Rubik hanging around the bottom with the Phantom Assassin. Would like to see Rubik maybe begin the thought of roaming to that mid lane and help out against the Puck. But for now, he's just kind of laying out early harassment. They're going to see that it's only Clinks here in the bottom lane. And might look to make aggressive maneuvers soon. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor obviously going to make the pull the lane back in their favor. Don't allow it to go in the favor of Clinks and really keep it in control. So no surprises, they'll probably take heavy advantage of that lane and win it. Meanwhile, top lane, Darkseer has a much easier time than Clinks. Can just throw out the Ion Shells, lay out easy harassment on the Tiny, and just walk in for any sort of last hits he can get. Mid lane, it's going to be mostly about Puck. We'll go ahead and throw up the last hit denies, as you can see. Chen leading the way, because he's got the jungle he's currently going against. 4 and 4, even up in your mid lane. We'll see what kind of style Chen we're going to see. I don't get the pleasure of casting Chen too much. Not a lot of players want to play Chen. You know, it's a lot of responsibility when you're playing Chen. You know, it's either going to be amazing and work perfectly well for your team, or it's going to be a cripple. So hopefully Chen, I mean, does he have a smoke? No smoke, though. You know, normally we see Chens grab up an early creep, maybe take out a few, pop the smoke when they get a stun, run towards that mid lane and go for the easy gank on the Magnus. But, you know, with the skewer, that could be a lot harder, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just decides to hang back in the jungle and continue to farm away. Ju playing it safe. Just trying to soak in whatever XP he can. Went with the Wraith to get a little bit extra damage. There goes the lift, just out of harassment. There goes the dagger from afar. And Klink's just having a bit of a hard time. Meanwhile, Darkseer has 8 CS in comparison to Klink's 3, so he's definitely having a better time in the off lane right now. And, you know, it's just going to be real easy for him. He's feeling pretty confident, going to go right for that soul ring. But expect him to park it up there for a long time. Both Magnus and Puck picking up their bottles. Magnus already bottling up the illusion. Nothing he can really use to roam to a different lane and get something going. Auto attacks flying out on Ju. Ju wants to man up here. Kind of have it back and forth. There goes the lift. Here we go. PA blinks in, but they don't have the vision. Rubik, come on. Get a sentry. Get a base of dust. Something so you can really take control of this lane even harder. Witch Doctor, though, has had enough of that. Buys the sentries, throws them in the stash, and they're going to fly him out there. No flying courier yet, though. It's level, you know, it's 3 minutes in. Let's get that courier up in the air. Same thing goes for you, Dyer. Man, look at this. Just look how crippled this Dire top team, you know, this top lane is. They really can't do too much to harass the Darkseer. The Ion Shell's really working on the Tiny. They're not coming over. They're not pulling the creeps to... But even if they did, Darkseer could just run around, throw it right in the creeps, and take it. That's why he's so good. Chen needs to be there to lay out maybe an early gank, but maybe he feels like doesn't have a good creep. He has the troll. Go use it. Use the troll. Use the net. I guess may feel that maybe he'll get away with the surge, but look how low his man is getting. No soul ring in his belt yet. Still looking for that first blood. We're about 4 minutes, 30 seconds in. PA is definitely going to be looking to get as much farm as possible. Normally, if players like to play Phantom Assassin, I would urge that maybe they consider, like, Spectre instead. Spectre's kind of the same instance. You want to get mass amounts of farm, you're playing another melee hero, but you have that ultimate to be a part of the fight. You're not relying so much on the luck of the game. It's also, I mean, part of the reason why Ogre Magi is typically not a pickup, but Ogre Magi can bring a lot to the table as well, with the Bloodlust at least, and the Slow, that are reliable. But what's not reliable is the late game, and what kind of damage and stun you're going to be working with. I mean, 15% chance. That's not much. It's forcing you to pick up a lot of extra attack speed, maybe. It's a very item dependent hero.
Thanks.
Leading your CS right now is the Magnus along with the Chen. He's matching up against Puck's 19 and 5. So he's sitting pretty right now, already 1K in the bank. We'll see if he goes for the early Arcane Boots. He has the money if he wants it. It looks like he is going to get it. Arcane Boots on the way for Magnus. Meanwhile, haste put out on Puck. Puck is level 6. He has the coil ready to go. He's hunting in. He wants to get a kill. Looking around, finds the Rubik. There goes the silence. Coil won't land on Rubik, but to get him anyways. Throw out the orb, and now PA laying out the heavy right hand on the Clinks. They get the Clinks now. He's going to die anyways. He wants to try to man up a bit. No! Puck runs away. PA ends up living. A 1-for-1 exchange that favors the Radiant now. Apologies anyone out there for having lag issues watching the stream live. The best thing I can suggest is follow, because with the more follows I can potentially get that partnership. I don't really care for the money or anything like that, but if I get partnership, then we can have the resolution adjustments, you know, that you get from those higher, more popular streams. So hopefully that will happen here in the near future, and it can accommodate people who maybe don't have as good of an internet connection. Puck still continuing here in the bottom lane. Needs to make a rotation to get out of there, however. And XR makes his own roam to the top lane. Man, the Puck is still hanging out. They have just completely abandoned the mid lane. They want to make something happen. There goes the orb. Does he have the silence? Yes. Coil, not for one more second. Lays it out, catches on one. Not the PA, though. Rips away from the Witch Doctor. There goes the dagger to slow him down. Now Witch Doctor wants to go in. Lay out some auto attacks. But they end up losing. 2 in the end, as it would appear top lane. Darkseer fell. Let's go ahead and rewind the clock a bit and see what exactly happened. It would appear that Chen finally ventured out from the jungle and paid a visit to his Darkseer friend, who's pretty low on mana here. There we go. Net will fly. Auto attacks to come. There's one stun. There's 2. We need another. Will not matter. There goes the toss. Didn't even try to throw out the surge, but I guess it wouldn't have mattered regardless. The toss range should have been there anyways, and they end up getting the kill and make the game 2 for 3. Advantage Dire. And XR, as said before, Arcane Boots completed. Already again, 1k available in the bank. Maybe he's just going to rush right away to get that Blink Dagger to make something happen. Rubik heading his way mid as well. Nothing in hand except an urn. Peculiar. Meanwhile, Ring of Aqua completed on Clinks, but he has to really space it out now. He sees that Witch Doctor has sentries. So if he makes a move and gets caught out by one of them, they're going to see him and he'll be taken down, so he has to play very careful now. Puck returns to the mid lane. Now Chen fully hanging and committed to this top lane. They weren't able to capitalize after the pickoff and push the top tower. But Chen's still hanging out nearby. He should decide if he wants to go in the jungle, kind of farm it up a bit. Hands off some mana boots to a friend. He's going right for that mechanism. Just very cool, calm, and collect right now. More of the same. Clinks has to play. Very safe. This gives a lot of space right now for Phantom Assassin to get all the farm she needs. I was just about to say maybe she's considering going for the Midas. It would have been a little late, but nope. Instead, going to go right for the drums. That survivability, that little bit of extra mobility. Roop runs in. There's the lift, but Magnus isn't there anymore. This is going to be all for nothing. What is Rubik doing? Rubik now eats the coil and a lot of attack damage, running all around. What are you doing? Unfortunately, Rubik thought something was happening there. Magnus didn't want anything to do with it, and he's very bitter about the situation.
Missing middle.
Vengeful Spirit, Tranquil's complete. Rummaging and hummaging through the jungle, trying to find anything. Chen now mid. Just not a lot of commitment here for either team to make something happen. We already have 3. Radiant's still here. The laning phase continues for the Radiant team on the bottom. Let's see them lay out a ward. Lay out that ward, maybe and catch out. There's the lift, the pull back. Are they going to get it? They lay out the Fade Bolt. He goes invis. Witch Doctor runs away. Sentry in hand. Still sentry in hand. Here comes Chen. Chen's got the troll. There's the net right after the blink. Puck moves, orbs away. They get the Rubik. Now Klink's trying to go to town on the Witch Doctor. He is cursed up. Oh, that's going to be enough damage. He should fall as he runs away with the skeleton walk. Will not matter. PA shows up, gets the auto attack in. Witch Doctor taken down now by the Puck. Puck going to shoot the orb to get away. And he finishes off the PA with the help of Chen, laying out some serious auto attack damage. I don't know, maybe Phantom Assassin felt he had more of a one-on-one fight going, but Chen was right there laying it on thick. Dire take advantage of that, pull their lead up to 8-3.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, in your top lane, Darkseer still pelting away. Darkseer's been the dark horse for the Radiant team, just kind of sitting back, resting easy there in the top lane, trying to build enough relative farm. He already has the arcane boots and the soul ring. Magnus level 9. I'm still waiting for him to pop off a big RP in this game. They have the wombo combo factor. If Dire, Dire, they're winning this. It's 8-3. They have a little bit of momentum going. But if this Radiant team gets off this wombo combo, it's going to be bad. And look at that. Magnus is waiting right now. He's going to sell the branches. He just wants to get the Blink Dagger. He's got it now. He's got it. He's got RP. They want to make something happen here in the top lane. Tiny's got the mana to do a combo, but that's about it. BS, not much to offer. Very squishy to this. They throw on the Ion Shell. They're going to make it happen. Here we go. NXR. He's looking for the jump in and the RP. There it is. The big hit. Bring right back. They're going to try and take him apart. Big damage with the Shockwave, but they need to do a lot more to get it. Now we're making a run for the Tiny. That was a little late. So they end up getting one with the jump in, but it's better than nothing, I guess. PA in the meantime gets caught out with the coil. Tries to right click down the puck, will not be successful, and that's going to be a double kill now for Mummy and Hose. Money and Hose, Mummy. Money and Hose picks up the double kill, making it 11 for 5. 13 minutes into the game. We'll go ahead and pop over the goal graph for you to look at. Slightly in the favor of Dire, nothing too intense. 250 gold, XP. About 2,500 Dire. Puck begins to right-click away in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Radiant successfully get the top lane. This is important. Dire team are happy to take this top tower, and here's the reason why. Once you take this top tower and lane, you can begin to control the jungle and control the map a lot more. The Dire no longer. CAC 7 go, $5. Thank you very much.
Dire's middle tower, Radiant's bottom tower, has been denied.
And as I was saying, you take out the tower, you have that extra vision available now. You can put out the wards in there, and now the Dire can't make the rotations to the top like they used to. So I would like to see the Radiant team run through the jungle, place some wards down, and begin to control the map a lot more, and try to choke up this Dire team a bit. They've had a very successful mid lane for the Dire. And bottom, though, Clinks was having a very rough time. Top, not, a little bit of the same. Darkseer got the free will to do whatever, so no one's out of this game. Magnus scouts out the illusion room bottom. Will bottle it up. He's got 6 more seconds for that RP, and there's a lot of action here in the mid lane. A little bit of a push. VS has a swap, but it's only level 1, and as we said before, it's a very short range. Radiant team, are they going to counter back and do a push on bottom? Magnus is already there. Man, Darkseer has still been hanging out a lot in this top lane, going straight for the mechanism next. What a team player. Dire making the full swoop all the way through the jungle. I mean, where's the commitment? They can make a push on that mid lane, but Radiant are going to take advantage of that, and they're making their own push bottom. They want to take the tier 1. Where are the TPs at? No TPs really available. Nope. All in the Radiant team. Dire team, no TPs. Radiant team, all TPs. What does that have to say? Come on, guys. Let's get together and get that piece of paper. Successfully get the tower. Radiant team, they've had enough. They're going to pull back, run right through the jungle, get the appropriate farm. In the meantime, Rubik in mid lane, kind of pelting it out. Will Puck pull the trigger with that new Blink Dagger and try to make a jump on Rubik. He can get it if he wants it. But the Radiant are making the rotation to the mid lane. Mech completed on the Chen. with that and the ultimate, that's going to add a lot of survivability to the rest of their team. Well, Clinks is slowly but surely going for that Orchid. Already 2 Sages max ready, Robo Magi. But it's going to be a lot longer than you typically would like to see on a Clinks. He did have a really hard time earlier in the game, but he's going to take the time now to get all the farm he can. Regeneration Rune picked up by the Magnus. Just a bit of footsie action here by both teams. Magnus is going to be the one to pull the trigger if anyone. He's got the blink available and the RP. They have no vision on the hill. He's got to scout it out. You can't quite see what's up there. Puck moves in. Man, just so timid. Here we go. Magnus, jump in. RP's just a Chen. Why not, right? Shoves him back down. Ends up getting Puck because she blinks in. There goes a coil on 2, though. Witch Doctor throws down the ward. It's going to town. They take out 2 Dire team. Nice job by the Radiant team. Now they're looking for Chen. The coil pulls him down. And NXR completes it with a double kill. Nice 3-man takedown. Very unfortunate timing for the Puck. Puck blinks in, gets caught out with the skewer, and taken right back to the rest of the Radiant team. Now Radiant are going to take out the Tier 1 tower.
Tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
I'm sure they're happy to take in all the extra gold. As you can see, mech completed on the Darkseer. This is going to allow Phantom Assassin to get all that extra farm. He's going to go for the early Helm of the Dominator, maybe looking to stacking the Ancients quite a bit. Nothing surprising there. Then potentially, maybe we'll see Battle Fury possibly after. Maybe some survivability, I'd hope. BKB maybe to prevent all this extra stun damage that will be coming in from the Diny, from the Vengeful Spirit. Now back to our usual farming rotation. Just kind of waiting things out. Have a big fight. Go back. Farm a little bit more. Have a big fight. Go back. Farm a little bit more. Kind of rotation.
Don't think you love me.
This Tier 1 mid. A lot of life still on it. Phantom Assassin has the Helm of the Dominator complete and a nice bit of space here in the bottom lane to farm it up, but here comes Vengeful, letting her know, I'm here. Don't get too comfortable. Immediately she runs away. So I guess it worked. Rest of the Dire team, Tiny, slowly farming away in the top lane. Oh wow, look at this. He's going to go for the beatdown Tiny. He's got the Yasha and what could be the start of an Agnum Scepter. Which, if they let him get that farm, they'll be devastating. There we go. Big RP. Let's skewer him back home, baby. Throws him right back. Puck goes over the cliffs. Unfortunately, bad timing with the shockwave. They end up getting the puck anyways here. And he's taken right down. That's at least a one-man trade. Chen trying to man up it. Runs away. Well, mission accomplished there for NXR. He jumps in, pulls back the 2, but they end up getting the puck. But here comes the rest of the Dire team. Oh no, swap to save. Nice job by Vengeful. Will he be able to get away? Vacuum back. Vengeful ends up getting taken down, and Chen falls regardless to the Phantom Assassin, and now the game is all tied up 11-11. Only 3 Dire teams were there. Oh, very confident NXR. Ju, 1 Oblivion Staff completed, working towards that next one. Really reaches his potential once he begins to get that Orchid. Tiny, 1700 away from that Agnum Scepter. No blink, no initiate though. Just has to hope that he can catch someone out with his combo for now. NXR jumps in, obviously no reverse polarity, trying to skewer him back. Rubik caught out by the Tiny. Oh no, one more attack would do it, he can't get it. There goes the lift and the Maledict to follow. He's trying to run away, PA trying to lay out the damage, here we go. Puck shows up, lays out a nice coil on 4, they take out the Witch Doctor and the PA. Here comes a run back by the Dire team. They're making a go. Swap back. Darkseer caught out. No more mana. Skewers in by NXR. The Rift to save. Orb will not be able to get away. Takes out NXR. No, sorry. NXR does back up. Oh, looking to go for Chen now. Careful. Magic Missile to fly. There goes the Rift. They need more damage. Not enough. Chen makes a run. He does end up blinking away.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Jude tries to lay out a little bit of damage in the bottom tier 2, but quickly throw up the fortification. I mean, is this the beginnings of a little bit of that dirty little Clinks rat Dota? I don't know. Could be.
Radiant's bottom
Rubik, I like it.
tower is under
Going
attack.
right for the push stick. Vengel's been playing it very, very careful. As mentioned, she hasn't been able to quite initiate anything yet with the ultimate being only level 1. She's been using it, or attempting to use it for, you know, saving comrades, but it hasn't been working. For now, she's just kind of going to throw out that stun, throw out that wave of terror, and maybe something will come of it until she can really reach her own, get that level 11. Arcane Boots completed on Witch Doctor, but he has a bit of a problem, and that's going to be his life. Very weak, 777 HP. Went for the Mana Boots. And when you're going up against the Clinks, Clinks catches you from behind. It's only going to take 2 or 3 shots later in the game to take you right down.
Radiant's top tower
Rubik's not
is
much
under
different right
attack.
now, 872 life. So these guys are still very susceptible to getting immediately destroyed by this Tiny. This Tiny can wombo combo them down himself if they were to cross paths. Magnus, RP ready to go. Let's see if he can gather up the troops and make something happen. Perseverance already completed. Is he going to do a double cleave? Battle Fury maybe? Lincoln Sphere? What is this? It's interesting. PA farming slowly but surely. Look at this Javelin already completed. It's going to be going for Basher? MKB? Really?
Dyer's bottom tower
Interesting.
is under attack.
Alright. We'll see how that goes. Doesn't want to go for the BKB just yet. Gonna bold forward into some damage here. Witch Doctor hanging nearby. Magnus and Rubik guarding out this mid lane. Just slowly but surely. Everyone farming up to a little more potential. No one. Just kind of... No one really making any sort of gank. Scout out, you know. They have the wards down. Very defensively on the Radiant team. Just kind of respectively farming each other. Rubik gets the counter ward there. Barkman farming away more and more. 1,400. Really close to finishing off that scepter. Picks up that tree and hits really, really hard. Especially on towers. Jew has his Orchid complete. So let's see if he can make the fight happen now. All you gotta do is catch out this Witch Doctor out of place and you got a free kill. Look at, he has to play so defensively. He's just dancing around by the tower. Here we go, mid lane, skewer, happens, NXR, going for the big hit, he still has RP as they take out Shen. Vengeful Spirit's forced to watch and run away, Radiant team, maybe they're thinking about making a push here. Puck jumps in with the Cyclone, blinks away. And Radiant begin to gather. Meanwhile, in their top lane, Klink's still farming. No TP available to be a part of this, so this will be a 4 vs 5 or 5 vs 3 engagement rather. NXR jumps in with the RP, pushes back on Puck. Puck pops the rift. Can he get away? He can't. Nice steal of the silence by the Rubik to shut him down. And now the Radiant team take another. Still trying to get the tower, however. Wave of Terror is being thrown out by Vengeful, but nothing really else to offer. Tiny nearby, but he doesn't have that blink.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
15-14 your score. Radiant team looking to take the first tier 2 of the game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Can they do it? It's taking a long time, but they got it.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
Now, this awkward moment. Are we going to stay or are we going to go, guys? What's going on? Are we going to keep pushing? Are we back? They're kind of back, right? Okay, let's go. Let's get back. Okay. Now they're going to run back. Can't do Roche. They don't really have the damage to get it done. They're going to just have to go back to their, you know, reasonable farm. Maybe the Dire team, maybe if they're lucky, they can catch one of them on the run.
Illusion.
Nope. PA grabs an illusion. Maybe they would have considered Roche if that had been a DD, but no such luck. They're making a rotation to the bottom potentially, but now they don't have Teal with them. They don't have that big RP available. Dire team could take advantage of this. Agnum Scepter complete on Tiny. He's got the tree. He's ready to throw it around in a hissy fit and do some damage. Radiant team having a bit of commitment issues. They're thinking about making a run in from the side. Coming around the corner. Let's go. Nope, he's going to go for the Ancients instead. They're all still just dancing around. They can't really decide. Well, are we going to go, guys? Let's do it. Cranium Basher. Or no, sorry. Skull Basher, rather. Completed. On your Phantom Assassin. Here we go. Moves on top. Puck quickly jumps in and takes apart the Rubik. Radiant were dancing around a little too long. They caught out the Rubik. NXR tries to make the rush back happen, will not catch it. Chen and VS are forced to step back. 27 minutes in. Let's go ahead and look over the gold graphs. You can see 5.5k gold. And a slight bit of XP for your Radiant team. 15 to 15. The game is even as far as kills. Radiant gathering once again, bottom lane, and thinking about getting this tier 2. Puck is nearby, but they're going to need a lot more than that. The TP is available. Nope, VS needs to take a run. Same with Clinks. They got to run all the way to the bottom. Radiant are going to make something happen in the meantime. Wow, where did that come from? NYX, Refresher Orb already complete. That's a 2-second RP. RP1. Skewer back. Are you going to pop the refresh? Not needed just yet. Coil and the silence. Nice placement there. Money and hose. Hits him up, the wall to go down. Tries to coil a couple, the wall back, gets a couple, but will not matter. Tiny comes in with the big old log. Rips him right apart, Puck taken down. Now Rubik on the run with that Force Staff. Witch Doctor places. Will not matter, forced to retreat. A 3-for-2 exchange. An advantage for your Dire team, they're holding it own. Stun to fly. That's big damage. Man, that illusion is hitting hard. Rubik. Ooh, he's trying to get it with the orb. He can't get it. Push in to get it. Earn. Magic missile to slow down. Oh, man. He's taken down. That was close. Oh, no. Smacked right in the ass. Tiny catches out the Witch Doctor to make it a full 5-man wipe. For your Dire team. Get baited, scrubs. Nice, Chen. It happens. Sorry if you don't mind, I like to read out sometimes the all chat as well. Alright, PA. Skull Basher's done. What are you gonna do? You gonna go straight to that Abyssal Blade and try to get extra damage and be so ponage, bro? Or are you gonna do the smart thing maybe and get a BKB? Alright, that would be the smart thing to do. Let's see if he does it. Meanwhile, Darkseer, look at that. Mystic Staff already completed. Probably gonna build into a Shiva's armor. Clinks nearby, has the Orchid, and now a lot of additional damage. He's going to scout out this Magnus. Well, let's see if the rest of the Dire team can converge. I don't think they will. Dire team, they're just farming through their own jungle here. Chen's still in the jungle. He's going to go for the Necro Book. Extra pushing power, because why not? Alright, Tiny Agnum Scepter completed. Now with Ultimate Orb. Looking to build right on through to potentially a Manta style. PA's like, that guy has a log. I don't know. I hit hard, but that guy hits hard too. See, my hardness comes in with the chance that I'll hit hard. He just hits hard. And this is where PA is not going to be happy. Here we go, Clinks. They want to hunt through the jungle. The troops are nearby. But not quite there. Darkseer completes his sheep stick. Oh, here we go. Scout out. VS throws down, but here we go. Quick blink in by Witch, but Clinks right behind takes him down. So squishy. Jew hit with the shockwave. They bring him down. 612 bounty picked up. VS now thrown up and down. Where's the rest of this Dire team? And XR runs in. Swap back to get away, but will not matter. Shoop-ba-doo-boo-ba. Shoop-ba-doo-ba. Shoop-ba-doo-ba. Darksteer picks up the double kill, making him a 6-4-8. That net worth. Forgot to fix that hotkey. Radiant team begin to gather up here. They're looking to make a formal push in the mid lane. Potentially they don't have the Witch Doctor, but they don't need him. They don't care. They know Tiny's up in the top. Chen farming around in the jungle. Here comes Puck laying out the orb to defend. The Radiant team are going to try to scavenge here, but they can't fully commit. We got some in the lane, we got some in the jungle. Let's get together here. They scout out the Chen. There's the Blink Skewer. He pops out. The heals. Manages to save himself and make a run for it, but now he's pushed in, run back by Witch Doctor. There goes the dagger to slow him down. They can't commit. They run back and forth. What's happening here? Let's roll back and look at these commitment issues, all right? Let's talk about team commitment. All right, we're going to slow down the clock. Nice pullback vacuum here. No, we got to roll it back even more. I want you guys to see how we can't decide. All right, I'm gonna throw out the slow, and we're gonna begin the hunt to the jungle now. All right. Chen rather's caught out by the Magnus, and he's taking a lot of damage here. But using both his ultimate and mechanism, he's healing up, and he's making a run. Now they push. Now, BA blinks in, okay? They push in Witch, but Witch is like, no, I don't want to do it. PA doesn't want to do it either. Oh, wait, we have a vacuum. Let's go for it, guys. Nah, we don't really got it. No, let's go for it. Throw out the dagger. I'll get him. Let's go. No, I don't want to fight him. No, yes, I do. I want to fight him. We got a magic missile. No, I don't want to. Oh, yeah, Magnus has blink. Let's go. Come on, PA, make up your mind. This is what I'm talking about. Commitment issues already by the Radiant team. They can't really commit to getting anything done. Dire doing a pretty good job, but here we go. Blink in. Rubik wants to make something happen. Lifts him up, throw back, but the big stun, Tiny. With the toss, they take it down Rubik before the rest of the team can get there. Nice initiate by Rubik, but team not there? No surprises. Barkman has his Mantis style complete and 1k of gold ready to go. We'll see what he wants to look to build into. Maybe potentially a Shadow Blade, Daedalus for heavy hardcore hitting, or just beef up his attack speed with the help of maybe an Assault Kyrios or anything else. Wave of Terror.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Man, Phantom Assassin, 4k. What is he saving up for?
Radiant's
Give me a
bottom
rapier,
tower
that'd
is
be
under
fun.
attack.
But a rapier Phantom
Dire's
Assassin.
top tower
My
is
goodness, that'd be
under
great.
attack.
Hitting right now for a 679 crit. Ain't too bad, but at 15% chance, that's not good. Not good at all. Money and hose. DD bottled up. 1.8k in the bank, looking to build into a sheepstick himself. Be a great way to lock down this BKB-less Phantom Assassin. Oh, he spent his money. What did he get? Where's that courier? What did he spend his money on? Oh, he did get the BKB. Very nice, PA. I'm proud of you. You got the Black Kimba. Clink's looking to go right into that MKB. Lots of extra damage, being a dirty dog he is. Here we go. Rubik, is he going to force staff in, try to catch something out? Nope. No vision. I'm going to run away. No good, but now Clinks might get it. Oh, this is an easy kill for Clinks if he wants it. Come on, Clinks. You got it. Lays out the auto attacks. Oh, wow. Rubik pushes himself to the hill and actually gets away. Nope, it will not matter. He's taken down. With the fire, it will not matter. Almost. to fly out. Dire team now conversion to the mid. They took out the Rubik. They have numbers. 5 versus 4. They can get this tier 1 right now if they want it. Shockwave to slow him down. I mean, we got an RP Magnus. He's got 2 RPs. They could go on this if they wanted to. I mean, I know they don't have Rubik, but they don't need him. They have 2 RPs, and as long as Witch Doctor can land a decent curse during that time, you can dominate this team. They don't want to do it yet. They don't want that wombo combo factor to happen. They're going to try to wait it out for the best opportunity possible. Chen's going to play it very safe. He has to hang back. If his team does get caught out by the RP, he's got to be close enough to catch him with the mech, and then also pop the ultimate. He's got his Necronomicon completed. 1 level. Tiny 2.7k gold. Radiant team hunting through the jungle. They want to catch someone out. They won't, though. And Radiant not committing to the full hunt over here. Now they're going to run back and just kind of push the lane on its own. We'll see what Dire do. Are Dire going to hang back and defend the tier 2? Are they going to make a cut through the jungle? If Puck can make an advancement first, blink in there, get a nice silence and 5-man coil. They can have their own wombo combo factor. Step up with a Tiny. Tiny not going to go with blink still. Hyperstone next, so he's going to just try to hit hard and heavy.
Dire's top tower is
Here we go, Radiant. They're going for the tier 2. Can they get it? TPs to come by the Radiant team. Nice coil on 2. Throw up in the air the Magnus. Will he get the RPs off? There goes the refresher. The RP will land. Did he even use the first RP? I don't know. He runs right back. They try to take out 1. 3 down for your Dire. Buyback by Clinks. The wall is there and it's good. Laying out some heavy damage. They end up taking out
tower is under attack.
Tiny as well. Now the rest of the Radiant team trying to make an advancement towards Puck, but Ju is right back in it. I don't know if they know that. Rubik's pretty low. Radiant team are all alive, some kind of low. Klink's hanging nearby. They lose the tier 2 and back off. They have the numbers, but they don't feel pretty confident. Oh, wow! I want to look at that again. I want to also see something. Nice silence to cancel out the TP, but I didn't even cancel out the TP. He just kind of tried to see if he could skewer him. Did not matter. Yeah, did the first RP whiff? I want to see that. I want to see the whiffage. He's got 2 RPs. First RP on no one. Runs back. Yule's in the air. Now he's like, I'll get him with this one. Second RP. So, wow. So considering the fact that Magnus didn't even catch the first RP and they were that successful is pretty good for the Radiant team.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Just wanted to get back where we are. Klinks finds Magnus out though, takes him out. Surprise yourself. PA still hanging nearby. He doesn't have a BKB. Radiant team not all here. Only 3. Klinks from behind. Did they not see Magnus get caught out? Oh, Klink shows himself. Goes for 1 attack. Doesn't even go for Darkseer. Runs into the base. Now they want to take Rubik out. Rubik down. Klinks goes into Skeleton Walk. He's on the hunt. He wants to go for the Darkseer. They're making the hunt. They throw out the silence. Few more auto attacks will do it, and they get it. Ju with the double kill. 25-26 your score. Dire did lose the team fight, but they're getting a couple pickoffs for it as the Radiant team are having a hard time just evacuating or deciding that they're done after the tower. They should have backed up when they saw Magnus get taken out by the Klinks, but what can you do, right? Witch Doctor completes his own 4 staff. Still pretty weak though. 948, not even 1k to his name. Very susceptible to eating a lot of damage. Oh, look at this. Taking out the Roche. Aegis goes into Tiny. Man, they made that look easy. Tiny hit so hard, 300 damage. And now all that extra attack speed from the Manta and the Hyperstone. I mean, who cares about PA? Yeah, PA, you can do more damage if you hit 15% of the time. Oh, wow, she has a DD. They got to make a fight happen here. Ooh, this will be bad. How long is that DD? Oh, it's so short. She doesn't have enough time on the DD to make anything happen, though. Orb goes out. But this DD is done. Whoa, what's going on down here? Down here, a blink, and they catch out Ju with the Sentry Ward, and they take him right apart. Quick pickoff on Clinks. Clinks over past the tower. They saw him with the sentries, and they take him right apart. Dire team, they're okay with that. They just got the Aegis. Tiny's farming up very nicely. 1.5k. I mean, it's hard to predict how this game's going to go. The thing is that Radiant have such a great combo. Both teams have a really great combo and setup. Well, Dire team have a great initiate. I mean, they now have Vengeful Spirit with a level 2 swap. Oh, meanwhile, Vengeful Spirit eating the dagger, turns around the magic missile. Oh, God, here she comes. Jumps in with the blink, doing a lot of back damage. Ion Shell to help out, vacuum back. This is going to be the beginning of the end. Vengeful tries to get away, cannot. The big crit at the end. 1k crit there. And Vengeful is down for the count. Anyways, what I was saying was the Radiant team, they have such a big wombo combo. Magnus jumps in, hopefully lands 2 reverse polarities, Witch Doctor close enough, with the help of the vacuum to curse multiple of them, and then you just kind of hope that with the clusterfuck of damage that the curse will rip them all apart. I mean, no team can get away from that, especially if your team doesn't really have a lot of BKBs going. It's all going to be a matter of if you can get the pick-off happening. That's what Puck's there for. You get Puck to blink in there and get a pick-off, catch him out with that Death Coil and that Silence, or maybe the swap. Then you can get the momentum going in your favor. So let's see. Can the Radiant team get the wombo combo going and take them down, or the Dire going to look for the chink in the armor? Just take him out with the pickoff. And they always have Tiny there, hitting hard and heavy. But Tiny can't do much when he's caught out with an RP, the lift. And his illusions are also going to hit really, really hard. And not just illusions from his Manta. I'm talking Darkseer and his wall. Those tiny illusions are going to destroy this Dire team. As long as he can control them. Radiant team gather, healing up here in the bottom. They have all 5 ready to go. The 4 of the Dire team in the bottom. Tiny up in the top lane. He does have a TP if he needs to get nearby. They still have the tier 2 to go to. Radiant team, are they going to make the push? Here we go. They're coming together. They're looking to go in. Here we go. Push in by Witch Doctor. Throws out the stun on 2. They're going to pull through with this. Shen caught out really hard. But they're going to let him free. They're going to let him go. He's antsy. He can't fuck up this RP, just to put it frank. If they throw this one out, it could be disastrous. The Dire team could push down, look for a Rax. So, a lot of pressure here on NXR to make something happen. Same goes for Money and Hose. Money and Hose, you get that silence. They're going to hand over the tier 2. Radiant team looking to disperse. That's really all that comes of it, really? I really thought something was going to happen there. I really was hoping for some sort of team fight. Roche is still down. They can't do anything with it. Now looking to go to mid. Alright. Why not, right? Mid. Radiant team. Going to the mid, but Dire, if they have the advantage of the uphill in the base, and the Radiant team don't have the vision to jump in with a good reverse polarity, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Not to mention, if Magnus blinks in, gets the RP, but Puck wasn't caught, and then Puck goes in, silences him, that's going to be all for nothing. Here we go, swap on Rubik. Rubik tries to force away, but that big hit from Tiny takes him down. Now Tiny trying to go to town on PA. You want to hit hard, I hit harder. BKB was popped. There's one reverse polarity. Shoves him right back through the wall. Second RP takes down. That's a double kill there for the PA. And now they're looking to run through. 2 down. Clinks buys back. Shoved back. Puck forced to pull out the silence, but is taken down. Triple kill now for the PA. Radiant team not done yet. Oh, here comes Jew back from the dead. Toss will help. Mechanism saves him temporarily. One more attack will do it. And meanwhile, Magnus is taken down as well. That's a 5-man wipe. For your Dire team, great buyback by the Clinks. And the patience of Tiny to just kind of wait for the right time to get in there and right-click. Man, but those that we lost, those poor guys caught out with that RP, that double RP setup, they were ripped right apart. Vengeful Chen. Go ahead, man. Look at the damage. Look at the damage. They're ripping right apart the tier 2. Rubik moves in there, but he's got to be careful. No force staff now, buddy. Throws him right up and down, takes him out. Bit of a misplay there by Rubik, and he throws that one right away. Now they're looking to make a move on the tier 3. Look at the big hits. They take the tier 3 as well and make a run for it. Look at the net worth. Tiny is leading the way. 19K at the top. Right behind him, Darkseer, 18K. Go ahead and throw up the items as we reach back to this lull of farming. Radiant team, they started really good. They were looking really good. Oh my god. The hell just... What the fuck was that? Radiant team have the vision up here on the hill. VS makes a run to try to counter it, but she has to be careful. Plants it. 1, 2, you're done. Double crit, you're out of there. Poor VS just trying to do her job, counter ward, but man. That RNG. Clinks Monk MKB complete 3,200. We'll see if he decides to get maybe something a little more of the defensive nature. Chen back in the jungle. Still only a level 1 Necro book. He's been unfortunately getting caught out in a lot of these fights and feeding away. You can see he's 2 and 8. Barkman. What an appropriate name for Tiny right now. Holding the tree, which has bark on it. That's the joke. Here we go. Magnus. He's got 2 RPs ready to go. This could be the last big fight. Oh, Clink sees him. Come on, Clink. Step in there. Orchid, just try to take him down. They know they're there. Chen, though, way out in the front. Got to be careful. That's 2. Magnus doesn't want to go on it just yet. Oh no, now he's on the run. What are you doing? Blinks in. The silence won't land. Skewers back. They get 1. No RP just yet. They quickly take apart the Chen. Now VS trying to run back here. Has to be careful. Man, nice Cyclone to save. Rubik 4 staffs in, but nope, won't get him. Now it's a 4 versus 5. Chen down for the count. Another 40 seconds before he even gets to be on this fucking earth. Now they're going for the tier 3. Roche also back. Radiant team, ideal situation. Get these racks. Get out of there. Get the Roche. Go home. Wall ready to go. Such timid play here. They're allowing the Chen to get back up. Chen's back now. 5 versus 5. And I don't think Chen got to use anything. Nope, he still has his ult. He still has the mechanism. And the handicap is now gone. Now, Dire team looking to move in. What was that? Skewer forward. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Retard alert. Retard alert.
Uh-oh. So that was a bit of a misplay there by NXR. Now they're going to just kind of wait this out. Dire team now can formulate a plan, get something going. There is a sentry down, so Klink's can't skeleton walks in, unfortunately. This is the longest footsie battle I have ever witnessed here. Dire are like, we're not fighting outside this base, alright? Everything we have going for us is in here, alright? We can't leave. We gotta play it right here inside the base. The Radiant team are like, please come out. Please, can you mess up, please? But they also can't get too close, because the Vengeful will swap them in, and that person will get destroyed. So both teams just, I don't know what to do. There's Jew on the sidelines. He's pretty confident there's no sentry over there. Trying to see if he can make a maneuver from behind. All the Radiant help committing in this lane. All of them here. Roche is up. Could backpedal and do Roche and pull them out of the base, make them come to you, but they don't want to do that. They want to dance around here in the mid lane. Will they make it happen? There we go. Blink skewer back. Will whiff once more. NXR has been eating the brunt force of my criticism this game, unfortunately. But we're still just waiting to get something happening. Waiting for the fight. When will the fight come?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Radiant team still dancing around the bottom lane. Roche is available if they want it. Klinks has had enough. He's just going to finally go to the mid lane, and when they do make a move, I have the TP to go back. Oh, here we go. Nyx. NXR once again. Can't catch him. Now we gotta wait again. Nope, now we're gonna hit the tower. They see Klink's mid. They want to go. They also don't have Tiny. Now finally a TP back. Now they're gonna commit and make a move in. They end up catching out the puck. Vengeful looks like he's next, but here comes reinforcements. Tiny from behind, laying out the heavy damage with the Manta. And now making a move on the Witch Doctor. Boom! Two-shot takedown. Now, PA, you're next. Running right apart. PA taken right apart. My goodness, Tiny ripping apart the Radiant team. 5-man takedown in exchange for the 2. Puck ended up going down, but he did buy back to be a part of that fight. They did lose the VS, but now the Dire team are going to make a run all the way down the base. Here we go, Dire team. Dire team going to push the hill right away. They got the damage. They'll get these racks easy, possibly 2.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Tiny going for the top. Klinks, he's going for the mid. Tiny's like, okay, that's a good idea. I'll go for the mid. Now he comes back, and now they hit the mid. Now they fortify it.
Radiant's middle tower.
Now hitting hard. My goodness, 1 buyback out by Witch Doctor, but will he enough? 1 stun. They want to take it all the way. They get it. Congratulations, Money and Hose! You got the W! Good job, Money and Hose. Shouts to him for putting in the replay request and getting the victory. A bit of unusual play. Some epic team fights, but they were a little too far and few and far between. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, with that said, we're going to go ahead. Let's jump back into the studio now. I want to thank you guys for turning up and hanging out with me this fine evening, and sending in your requests. And if you want to support me, you can go ahead and follow this twitch.tv/Kotlguy. You can also catch me on Twitter as well, the Kotlguy. Appreciate all the support and criticism. And any feedback you want to give, I'm happy to take. But it was a pleasure to be with you. I'll go ahead and catch you guys in the next one, okay?